Happy New Year, Merry Christmas from Kiss.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad from Kiss.
Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Kiss.
Feliz Navidad, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas from Kiss.
Hola! Hola!
Hola.
I've been away for 7 months. Now out filming the Book of Boba. Ooh, fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are no words. Kia ora, welcome to the Tim Show. I'm Tim Wetter Morrison. Now each week I invite a couple of buddies over to have a bit of a kōrero, we have a bit of a sing-song, and I show them some of my postcards from Hollywood. Ooh, and they're looking pretty flash too. I visit the whānau in New Zealand and around the globe, and I even score some A-listers. Now, this week we've got a Tim Show special, episode 3, involvement of the Kiwis. I'm talking Star Wars. We find out how they make us clones. And I catch up with Rena Owen and talk to the producer, Rick McCullum, and talk to the big guy, George Lucas. So, lightsabers on!
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
Nothing speaks to me more than the fact that when Conor watches this, he's unfazed. Conor, it makes me laugh so hard. Conor watches it and his face does not change. It's like people are so used to this foolishness that nothing phases them. Good God, we've achieved it. It's become so ridiculous and sublime. Good God, I'm dying. Okay, just literally watching Conor just straight face watch all that made my absolute day. We got Eli busting the gut, Michael laughing, Jerry just probably I don't know, texting people, just not even paying attention. This was Look, okay, real quick, we got to do our plugs. Welcome to the Bombadcast every Thursday, especially until February. We will be doing the Book of Bombad. You know what it is. It's our recap show. We got guests all throughout the next couple of weeks. We even got a surprise guest last minute, our boy Michael. He'll be showing up. But Thursday, you can find us here, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and something in Canada time. So happy that we're all doing this. I'm glad everyone is here to hang out. All 9 of you mean the world to us. And also, I don't know if you know this, but Monday, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Back. My boy Jerry with Hyperfocus. Jerry, I don't actually know who your guest is, but we'll bring you on in a second. You can tell us who your guest is next week. And then, of course,
that's wildly inappropriate.
Every Wednesday, Bombad Gaming. We've been playing some Wii games. It's been fun, actually. Wii golf wasn't that much fun. Wii tennis, I became a pro. Conor was there for it. Conor can vouch. It was a legendary experience. And yeah, all that being said, I am super stoked to be here. It is an absolute bombad of a week. Look at this crew. This is going to be an evening you will never, ever forget. Before we do that, I have to show off my new drip. Okay? Very proud of this. All of you seem to have been very attached to the Stevie Bombad character. I'm taking it to the next level. Here we go. Here's the grand reveal of the Adidas Boba Fett tracksuit. 100% made by Adidas. Look at this. Full on Boba Fett. We got the chest plate. Okay. For some reason, my junk is very visible. And we've got all kinds of good looks on here. You got some little references right here. Look at this. I don't even know what that stands for. We got the Fender logo for some reason. Can't beat it. Let's bring Jerry in. Jerry, come on.
I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
That's right. Jerry, how are you doing, brony?
Well, what's up, bro? What's up? Yeah. Hey, that's right. That's how we're doing it tonight. So,
yep.
I don't know what that even means. I don't know why I'm coming in here with this John Ralphio esque energy. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's here.
Jerry,
here I am.
Give us your best hooter in the voice of Michael Jackson from Captain EO right now. Do it.
All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna need to lubricate. Hold on. Hooter.
Okay, good. I'm glad we got that out the way.
You got to really put all the nasal cavity into it. Hooter.
So when Eric and Katie and I, speaking of Eric, let's show Eric for 2 seconds. Here he is. Look at this. What a shot.
Look at that. No, that's not gerbil. Well, you know what? Eric can be gerbil. That's fine.
Yeah. So when we were at Disney World back in April, literally to like get each other's attention, I go Hooter as loud as I could across the room. But look, I want to bring in our guest, of course, and It's the Book of Boba Fett recap show. So
of course,
let's bring in our first one, Michael. Okay, Michael is out of nowhere. We didn't expect to have Michael. Michael, what's up?
Hey mate, who invited you here?
Hey mate.
Hello, friends.
Hey, mate.
I'm like Randy Orton. I come from out of nowhere.
That's right. And look at you. You look beautiful. How you feeling, Michael?
I'm feeling excellent. Very happy to be here tonight playing the role of Jared the Dark Jedi. So,
yeah.
Oh, playing the role. Hey,
yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Look,
so far.
This is stunt casting at its finest right here. Honestly, It really is.
So if you ask me trivia questions, I just don't know. I don't know.
I'll fail it. I'll bomb it. Ooh. Anyway,
I don't know.
Michael, glad you're here. Can I bring in Jared's co-host, one of Jared's co-hosts? Not Spiny, but we can call him Connie. Hold on, let me get the video.
Hey mate, who invited you here?
There he is!
Woo!
Hi guys.
Amazed by all of this. What were you doing before this? Because you were very honest. You're like, oh man, I got to do that tonight. What were
I
you
was
doing
playing
before?
The Return of the King PS2 game because my older brother somehow still has a function in PS2. I do not have the Revenge of the Sith game, which is big disappointment, but
it's not expensive. eBay has them for like $15. I would get it. It's worth it.
I don't trust eBay.
Whoa, here we go. A proven outlet for buying things for 25 plus years, and this guy doesn't trust it. I get it. Only a quarter of a century.
You're not supposed to trust strangers on the internet, Scotty. It's fine.
Well, I trust all of you.
I mean, we're the exception to the norm, so.
Oh, Jesus. Look, we got to bring in the Trivia King. Can we do that? Do you want to bring the Trivia King?
I think we can do that.
There he is.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
I think we can do that.
Hey mate, who invited you here?
I just
My
want
boy
to say,
Eli.
that Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with Adidas.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
As soon as I saw
that
that
was
tracksuit, there's
fantastic.
one thing.
Adidas. Fellas,
Now you want to
here we
see
are.
Tim saying Adidas, don't you?
I 1,000% do. Who wouldn't want that?
His bounty
How
hunter
do you say
friend
it?
Adidas. Yeah.
Yes.
Adidas the Hut.
Adidas. Tatooine. Adidas. So,
Tatooine.
we have a bit scheduled, I think, right? Michael, since Michael is replacing Jared, okay, and let's talk
Right.
about this. Eli, my buddy over here, Eli, he was the trivia master of an event we held at the very beginning of December 7th, if I'm not mistaken, where I and Jerry, of course, right next to me, we kicked Jared's ass along with Spiny. And
man.
part
all up
of
and down all up and down the sidewalk, man.
I
All
use
up and down
Amazon
it.
religiously.
I broke my
Jackson.
I broke my computer because we beat them so effing hard. Okay,
literally his
literally my
went
computer just started
crash.
smoking and said like, nah, bro, that's just too facial. It's good. It's good.
The
It's
only
it.
thing
Done.
I have to say is I knew 3 of the questions.
Nice.
And one of them that was the elimination question. And I haven't even read the comic.
Oh
Damn.
man. Look, the rematch
All
they're
I'm
gonna bring
sa-
in the secret. They're gonna bring in the secret weapon, which is Connor.
All I'm saying is
also-
3v3 next time would be really, really fun.
Ooh,
I will.
me,
I
Michael,
will.
Jerry.
I will write again. And also, I'm pretty sure that was not my hardest question.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We got a
Look.
lot of fire in here. Also, thanks for pulling it back out wide because this is a great.
I mean,
What's up, Steve? What's up, Steve?
Somehow
Steve,
Steve
my
has
boy.
returned.
Somehow.
Palpatine, that's what he does.
Return.
So when it came to winning the opposing team, the TNAP crew, Spiny and Geraldo, they had to purchase our merchandise. And Jerry, my friend over here, wrote an incredible script that they have to read. So since
I feel-
Jared is not here,
Listen. I
Jared-
feel like it was a very respectful, very. I really tried to capture the emotion
I'm
of
really excited for this.
of the friendship, between
Yes.
You did.
the pods
Yes.
and everything.
You did.
So, since Jared is not here, Michael will be playing the role of Jared, and Connor will be playing the role of Spiny. So, that being said, I would like to hear the ad Jerry and I wrote, read by 2 very different people. And, fellas, you got the script? Are you ready?
I do. I have not read it, so I will just be reading it. You'll get my initial reactions as I try and stay in character. This will be good.
Here we go.
All right. Everyone in the chat, make sure you're paying attention. Here we go. This is a script Jerry wrote.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jared, the trivia loser Jedi.
And I'm Spooter.
And we're here to tell you that we aren't that great at trivia. I mean, we are just downright poo-poo at it.
That's right, Jared. We suck so hard you might as well call this the Bizzle Podcast, sponsored by Black Holes.
Ooh, boy howdy. You ain't just whistling Dixie. But you know who is good at trivia, Spotchka?
Who's that, loser? Oh, you mean
The
the Bombad
Bombadcast.
Cast.
Not only did they spank our heinies in trivia, they also have a super whiz-bang, crackerjack awesome YouTube channel.
Oh my
That
God.
they do, J-Dog, with fantastic shows such as Hyperfocus on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Jerry the Cannon Junkie. He sits down with awesome people and talks about whatever they're deeply interested in, whether it's Star Wars or not.
And don't forget Bombad Gaming with viral sensation Scotty J-Ro every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when Scotty tears it up on some awesome retro gaming and also a few modern classics as well.
And Jar Jar forbid we don't mention the flagship show that started it all and inspired a generation, the Bombadcast, live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Scotty and Jerry unite into a fearsome, godlike trivia duo and talk about the coolest things in existence. Star Wars, Rick McCallum, Disney Plus D. Teeler, and much, much more we're not allowed to watch, our mom said.
You got that right, Spaldo. That's why we're wearing their awesome, crazy, borderline psychosexual t-shirts right now.
Except for
hella
I feel like a million calamari flan right now, loser.
So check out
the Bombadcast today.
The guys who once again
cut off our
own butts and handed them directly to us in trivia.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I love that script.
That was my acting good, boyos? Did I live up to
my favorite
some
part
big
was
shoes
just the
to fill.
deadpan delivery.
Oh God, it was good.
I'm just so happy I just picked I still have this down here, so I was able to flash it on screen.
Instead of the shirts that you totally
I love it.
I think I really captured the professionalism.
Oh,
You did.
100%. God, that was good. That needed to happen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, y'all. Okay.
I got to write something that says pee pee and poo poo in it again sometime because that was just great.
Yes,
Anyway,
you
no.
do. It's
That'll be the
hard
next
to-
creepypasta.
Eli, did you think that was a good script?
I thought that was an incredible script, frankly. I thought it was
Love it.
yeah, I thought it was great in every way.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
honored
You may
that
stay.
Eli is blessed as well.
I love that
you
I'm
may
on
stay.
here.
Do you?
I
Let's
do.
be honest.
I am.
Do you?
Thank you, Todd.
I do, I guess.
Todd, I could. I'm near DC. I could go to the National
Conor,
Archives.
could you like Nick Cage
Nick Cage.
sneak it to the National Archives
Dude, what
Boots
you should
hero
do,
Nick
and
Cage.
put that script in there?
go to the
Probably.
National Library, put it in an envelope, put it in a Bible or something that no one will read, shove it in the National Library. It'll be there for hundreds of years until someone opens the Book of Job and they're like, wow.
Someone
Like, what
opens the
is
Book
this?
of Job?
Scotty, don't tempt me because I legitimately might do
I
it.
would love, dude. What if you just put like a Bombadcast sticker, like everyone's sticker on the envelope and everything, is stick it, close it, push it there,
Yeah.
and like it's just there for hundreds of years, and then someone's like, wow, what is this relic? What is a Bible? And then and I don't know why the Bible doesn't exist anymore. They open it up and then there's just Bombadcast bullshit, ATG, TNAP. I mean, all of it. It would just be incredible. It would just be perfect. Oh my god.
Shit.
I'll
Yeah.
have to talk to
my
you
God.
about this.
Well, guys, thanks for coming. That's our show. We really appreciate you being here. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay Bombad.
Anyways, my broskies, I got to bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
Oh, we're still on. Oh my God, we're still on.
damn,
Oh, wait,
okay.
We
what?
gotta keep going. We gotta
Pants
keep
back
going.
on.
Pants back on. So, okay, why are we all here? Why are we? You want to know why we're all here? We're talking about the Book of Boba Fett, and look, I think this episode's gonna be one of the ones that ages like fine wine. Maybe it wasn't the best when you first took a sip of it, but over time, it'll taste better. So, gentlemen, before we give all of our deep analysis of it, what did y'all think of it?
I mean, who wants to start? I can start if we want. Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, it was personally my least favorite episode of the 3 so far. That does not mean I think it was bad. I think it was very good. There were a few just general issues that I had with it, but I liked it overall. There were some great moments.
Yes, of course. I completely agree. The moments, the best moments kind of outweigh the things I thought were kind of lackluster too.
Me as well, yeah.
Some things I really enjoyed. And it's funny, like the first episodes have been really good, really different. And this is the first one to me that's like progressed the story of, Gangster Boba Fett, that story where we had so much progression of the Tusken Raider, I guess identification. This one's like, okay, now we're kind of, this is like a whole, what was it? They spent probably 25 minutes of the 38-minute episode in the present.
Yeah.
So it was kind
Actually,
of nice. It was kind of nice.
That's what annoys me about the show is like in the first 2 episodes, I'm like, I like the Tusken Raider stuff. I like the Gangster Boba much better.
Yes.
Give me more of the Gangster Boba. And then they show us so little of the Tusken Raiders part. I'm like, am I really asking them to give me more Tusken Raider flashbacks?
Yeah, I get it. That's kind of the drawback right now, and I feel
Give me
I don't know-
all the
I don't know how-
flashbacks, all the flashbacks,
Yeah.
all the modern day too. Give it all to me. Yeah. Anyway, go on, Scotty.
It's
boy.
been a
Go on,
nice
Scotty.
balance. And
Yeah.
I will agree with Todd. The short episodes, at least to me personally, that's that's something
I
have a
will
hard
always
time with.
advocate for longer episodes.
Same.
Yes.
Same.
The other one had such breadth to it. You could watch the 54-minute episode, and it's like it did so much. It told such an impactful story. Everyone was raving about that one, and this one came out. People were like, "Oh, Raid Cores, sick," or Space Vespas, sick. Like some things were really
Baby
cool,
Trejo,
and then some
sick,
things, yes, they're sick. And I don't know. I'd rather hear someone else talk. Michael, beautiful boy.
Okay. I really enjoyed this episode. I didn't enjoy it as much as the last one, but I still had several moments in this one where I almost like jumped out of my seat. I was getting so excited, like the speeder chase, the chrysanthemum fight, stuff like that. I have a few minor complaints, but most of them I want to kind of reserve to sort of let the story play out, because I have some questions about sort of the structure of this show and the story it's telling, but I want to see the whole big picture before I, formally complain about all that.
That I get, and that's the hardest part. Is like,
you
want to let the story breathe. You want to let the story have its moments, but you can't. You got to see it as a whole. You know what I mean? Like the Frog Lady episode when it came out, I feel like it's the same level as this one. You're like, okay, I love what you gave me, but why did you give this to me? And then you kind of sit there and you think about it. And at least to me, the Frog Lady episode was brilliant because you've got a puppet, a masked character, and then someone in a prosthetic telling a great story. And then makes more sense now, compared.
Well, what I was going to compare it to is it reminds me of my first viewing of The Last Jedi, where there were a couple storylines in that movie my first time around where I was like, I wish they had spent less time on this. Like I was like, every time they're on Canto Bite, I'm like, no, cut back to Octo. I'd rather be watching that right now. But then once I went back with the whole movie in mind, I can see what the character arcs are working with there and really appreciate what it was doing.
Yeah,
completely. Oh, look, Connor, you want to say something to that?
I just want to echo Eli's statement because that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, out of the three, it's my least favorite, but like I still liked it. I would rewatch it. So, but we'll get into the details.
See, I rewatched it recently, and I was like, you know what? I liked it more the second time than the first time because I knew what to expect. I knew that the story, it held weight, but it wasn't as much weight as the other one. And there was some really emotional things in this to me personally. Jerry, did you have any hot takes on this one or no?
Only that Space Punk Queen she reigns supreme.
We stand.
And
She's great.
And the shot where she's looking down on the mare I shared earlier.
Very sick.
Just, I mean,
hot. Absolutely.
Take my heart. You take my heart. Take my life. Take my wallet. Take my social security number. I don't care. Take it all, ma'am. Please. Man.
Yes.
I gotta say, I didn't get the hype, I guess, as much around that woman before this episode. After watching this episode, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really like
it. For me, it says she looks like Haley Williams of Paramore in space, and that's my type apparently. Haley Williams on a space Vespa. That's me.
Heck yeah.
That's my vibe.
Can we pretend?
I don't blame you.
X-wings.
I thought the biker gang was cool, and I guess we can get to the whole thing right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down segment by segment, giving our thoughts and feelings. Obviously, some feel stronger about other things of this episode than maybe I would. And if you want to chime in, by all means, don't hesitate to talk over me. But this cold open was amazing because it was like for real 10 whole minutes, which was I did not expect.
Yeah.
No logo pop up, after the first 3 minutes. 10 minutes, they kind of explain the incident of the sail barge. And what did y'all think of the terminology used? The sail barge accident. I'm like, that's pretty clever. No Rebel Alliance. None of that.
I was more enthralled by the phrase watermonger, than the sail barge
Watermonger.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call me on the swim team,
Watermonger. My thing was the short conversation that Boba and 88 Droid had. What was it? last master. You can say his name. He won't hurt you.
Yeah.
I was worried you'd feel insulted. Well, now I am insulted.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bombay is not doing things the conventional way, and still they're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's just to like Tamar Morrison. It's so funny. I never really like studied his face until this show, but his physical acting is amazing. Like he's like, well, I wasn't really upset until you said. Like it's just like he knows how to deliver these lines perfectly. It's like no one else could do this job. But yeah, I like the idea that each species owns a district or runs a district. And now it's really cool. If you go back and watch episode is it 2 or 1? The Trandoshans are in the city square. They're in the main part of the city. And then when they're going to get the biker gang, they're on the outskirts. That's ran by the who is it again?
Is it the Clatuinians or the Aqualish?
The Clatuinians, I think, because the bikers are the bikers are
no, it's Aqualish.
They're Nikto.
It's Aqualish.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying the biker, the gang, the teenagers, the half human, half robot people. Yeah. That was Aqualish that were sitting around the fire.
I vote for Boop was calling them just space punks. Let's just call them space punks, honestly.
Space punks. Okay.
I've seen people in the comments saying it's Aqualish, so yeah.
Yeah. And I liked how they did that, and I like that the my stapler was also the one that was complaining about the water. I thought it was great. I'm like he played that role perfectly, and I never seen him in anything else besides Office Space. And I was watching it with Eric in the morning, and that's straight up the guy from Office Space. And I don't think he gets credited at the very end either. I think he gets uncredited.
Well, I mean, he's like he's a huge name already. Like he's in everything, you know. And honestly, someone posted like he's in Barry on HBO and everything. I saw. Did you see? Sorry, William. No, I don't like expensive water either, buddy. I'm just saying.
Nope.
But yeah, like Charlie Ashby, friend of the show. That's just gonna be. I'm gonna start calling him Charlie, friend of the show Ashby. That's just gonna be like his new name on the Bombadcast.
He is one of my multiple sources.
The show.
He is one of my multiple sources. He knows a source that used to work for Kessel Run Transmissions, believe it or not.
But he posted like that cold open, and when it cuts to the Barry theme song. The beep, 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 it was great.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Oh, Stephen Root. Look at Reagan.
I was gonna say. See, I couldn't remember yesterday. I was listen. Pre-production is everything. You know, like this is pre-production right here.
It's so long.
How?
Literally
Paul, what's up, Soul Station?
Paul, so can I'll read it like Paul. Fun fact: Gene and I ghost wrote the haunting theme of the Sand Person Massacre remains.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Scotty, for manifesting the bridge between Kiss and Star Wars. Wow, I'm so lucky to have done that.
I'm still waiting for Ice Age Baby to show up again. I miss Ice Age Baby.
Dude, the best is when Master Chief showed up and he just typed in stuff, and then he was gone.
I think it was hi, I'm new, and then he was gone.
I'm new here. That was it. Hi, I'm new here, and then he was gone. Never to return.
Never to be seen or heard from again.
Never to be seen again.
Never. What did y'all think of all the water references? Because I think that's leading to a much bigger idea. Conor, what do you think of that, baby?
Good question. Yeah, I would agree with you, Scotty. It's lead into something bigger because, like, we find out in the previous episode that Tatooine used to be
there we go.
Filled with oceans, and then it dried up. And now we have this whole water, like Jeff Bezos type monopoly thing going on.
Can Stephen Root be space just Jeff Bezos? I want Stephen Root, the watermonger, to be building like a dick-shaped rocket in his backyard.
I thought we already had space Jeff Bezos. I thought that was New Gunray.
Oh,
that's true.
That is true. Federation. He's not wrong.
That's Newt Gingrich, so.
I mean, I know it was named that way, but like, you know, the Trade Federation kind of is Amazon.
Yeah. I think the water thing is going to build to a much deeper theme, especially what a weird moment. He's like, I come from a planet that's filled with water, and the dude just cuts him off completely. I'm like, okay.
I think if I had to put in my 2 cents about that, I think that probably is going to tie into whatever theme is going on about just the arc Boba is going through, from a ruthless bounty hunter, quote unquote, to someone who rules with respect, with honor. That's something that the Tuscans of the Dune Sea seem to have taught him, through their traditions and whatnot. And they dwell in the sands, the opposite of all this water that Boba grew up on. His father's profession, bounty hunting.
That's clever.
I also like the idea that at the end of the first episode, now that I'm thinking back on it, the first thing, the victory at the end of the episode after the monster is killed is Boba getting a drink.
Yep,
that's true.
And I'm like, at the time I remember watching that, I'm like, that's a weird place to end the episode. I love it, but that's a weird place to end it. But now it makes a lot more sense with the strand of water constantly coming back up.
Yeah, and
I
Jerry,
want to. Oh, so, well, I want to quick pop in here and say that our buddy Jackson the Leppy, who was in the chat earlier, I'm not sure if he's here right now, but he had a theory. I don't know if he was joking about this. I think on Broaxium. No, stop, Siri. I'm not talking to you. She got excited. Jackson the Leppy, not you. But anyway, he had a theory on shooting the poodoo the other night. I think that he thinks that Boba Fett is going to bring water back to Tatooine.
Damn. And I wonder if that could be a joke.
That's big pie in the sky. And he did drink half a bottle of whiskey before he said it. But those are big butts. Those are giant butts. Sir Mix-a-Lot would approve. But I'm kind of start like that. He said that, and then this episode came out, and they're like water. I'm like, oh my god. What if there's at least like one ocean on Tatooine after this thing's done?
Oh wow!
Like what
how
if he
would you go about
terraforms
that,
an ocean for the Tuscans or something? Right?
Wow.
I also like that. I also like that metaphor tying into the Bad Batch, which is one of those things that I think the TV shows are doing really well, which is like the surface level for the casual fans is doing really well, but then the stuff for the hardcore fans, you can see it too, is like, we know that all of the stuff on Kamino by this point is destroyed.
Yeah.
So so his first home, Kamino, is brought down, and it's just water. And now his second home, Tatooine, is brought up by water.
That's badass. I like that. And water, obviously, for anyone that's ever studied biology. Oh, Jared.
Real quick, Jared's popping in to say hi. Love you too, dipshit. Love you. Seriously.
Hi, Jared.
So
really do love you.
The beauty of water, obviously, it creates life. We are made of a lot of water, 75% of us, and of us, 75% of humans. I don't know
what made of some sort of
What's the last 25%? What's the last 25%?
Okay.
So
they're made of gas.
So the idea that water makes life, and also in this episode, there was a couple of really interesting things of like, you see different forms of life again. You had the wart in that one scene. You had that little rat that gets eaten. There's a name for it. The one that's in
bird,
special edition.
I forget. Like that's a womp rat. The womp rat, and then some.
That's not a womp rat. That's not a womp rat.
I've
done that. No, womp rats have not been seen on screen. Those things
fight in front of the kids.
No, I'm telling you, those things are in the. I'm looking it up. I'm doing it. A New Hope special edition. I'm looking it up.
That was a womp rat.
That is not a womp. Don't fight with me here.
Don't listen. Don't you come in my house and talk about the special editions, you purist.
It's a scurrier.
Anyway,
it's a scurrier.
You're a scurrier.
It's a scurrier. I'm showing the screen. I
just know that this happened in front of the Tatooine retirement home for aged aliens. So
it did. Yes. It really did. Look at this.
It really did.
It's not a womp rat. It's a scurrier. It's a female.
There was a lot of dialogue with that in the special edition. Wait.
Yes, that is a scurrier, and that was something they made. Okay, this is incredible. This
is what Lucas spent his time on.
We're small omnivores for garbage that have an appetite for garbage. That's Jerry. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Here's Scotty, 25% hot air. There you go.
But he was right.
But I'm right. Look,
wait,
look,
he's still a bastard.
Wait.
Though.
You're in the
You're in the legends, yeah.
Yeah, you're in the legends tab.
I know. Well, okay. Well, let's go back over. Scurrier? No. I'm not doing this. No, I'm not.
Yeah, 25% Kiss lyrics.
No,
switch.
Now
there we
you're
go.
in the,
That's it. There we go.
There you go.
That's a scurrier.
All right. Fine.
Looks like Scotty's carrying that half of the trivia winners.
Here's some concept.
All right. That's it. You got your privileges removed. You got your privileges revoked. All right.
Sorry. I had to say it. Oh,
Someone had to say it. No, that's what I say. I put Michael out. He's in timeout.
I'm sorry. Did you mean you put Jared the Dark Jedi out?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Jared.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Exactly.
So the scurrier gets eaten by a bat, which gets eaten by a hort, which is pretty cool.
There's always a bigger fish.
There we go. So that also kind of parallels the respect idea of this is like a thing where but Bib Fortuna's a scurrier, right? And then all of a sudden, Boba Fett's like, nah, I got you. And then the Pikes are going to come in and go, bleh, and eat and burp up Boba Fett. That's what that reminds me of. I wanted to make that point earlier. Biodiversity, ecosystems.
How's that dissertation coming?
I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling very sick. I ate too much. So my wonderful friends and family that are here right now, I do not like the lack of respect that our leader Boba Fett is getting. Not a fan of it. Makes me sad. No. Does it make you sad?
Very much so.
Why do you think that's happening?
Wow. Okay.
You have the floor.
Connor loves to be contrarian.
Make your neighbors angry. Come on, let's do it.
It's not that it's contrarian. It's the fact that like the book. My one fear, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. My one fear with Book of Boba Fett was that it was going to really lean into the dude bro mythos of Boba Fett, which we can all pretty much guess what it would be.
Sure.
But the fact that he was stripped of everything that made him Boba Fett, and now he has to earn the respect of others rather than him basically being gifted that respect because of his armor and because of his reputation as a bounty hunter. I think that's just really making for a really interesting character arc, and especially just how he reacts to it and how he'll like handle those types of situations where it's like, no, you earn the respect, and it's like, is Boba gonna gun them down and be like, that's how I earn my respect, or is he gonna do this peacefully and use his words to earn the respect of the people of Tatooine and get his rule going?
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
I think you can do that.
The Rick McCallum seal of approval. I love it.
Yeah, I think you can like do that and also feel bad for Boba. Like I understand it's necessary for his character arc, but I also feel bad
I
for
definitely
Boba.
feel bad for him. Yeah, no, for sure.
Of course. Yeah. I think it's interesting because this tied in direct with Stephen Root's moment where, he's like, they stole, they owe me $1,300 for stealing my water. And he's like, no, they're going to give you $500. I'm going to give you $500. You're not going to ask them for any more money. And y'all are going to come be a part of the crew. And they're like, well, they needed a job. They needed money. They needed water. And that was a really brilliant way of handling that. Now he's got a crew that can respect him. And of course, at the end of the day, end up saving his ass big time, which was awesome.
Yep.
I mean, if you look
Before
at canon,
Fennec did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you look at canon Boba, I feel like most of his time, at least like in the, I mean, I think, I know everyone's like, he's the most feared bounty hunter, but like, especially in like War of the Bounty Hunters, the comics and stuff, which this feels a lot like a comic run. Honestly, this entire series feels like a comic run. Boba is just in canon always been looking for respect, I feel like. and everything. I know what you mean, Connor, and I agree with it. I like that he has kind of lost a lot of that, but I feel like he's been looking for that. He's been looking for his place, and now he has learned respect, and he's like, I don't know. I feel like he's always kind of had honor, even though I know he stole Boba Fett. I know he stole a Han Solo and all that kind of a thing. I know he's like, a baddie and all that, but I don't know. I like where we're heading with Boba with this. I like that he's, I don't know, like you said, like making the fanboys angry and stuff, and making it less about him being John Wick in space and making him someone who really likes to pet the Rancor, and go, good boy, Gucci goo. I want to ride it. I want to ride it. Which we have to talk about here in a second, but
of course.
One thing I wanted to bring up real quick, just in regards to all that, is another reason that Boba's not getting respect is because he's been gone for 5 years in a time of drastic change in the galaxy, not just on Tatooine. The New Republic has risen up in the absence of the Empire. It's new government, new galaxy. It's all different, and Boba's just been out of the public eye for all that. And so that means he's lost a lot of the respect that he had received over his time as a bounty hunter. And so now he's got to sort of earn it back now as the daimyo.
Which is not easy to do.
Good point.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, Eli, it's all on you.
I was gonna say about the Boba Fett character arc thing. The first time I felt real true, I like this character for Boba Fett was the tragedy. That was the first time. I was ambivalent about Boba before then. I loved Jango. I loved Temuera as Jango in Clones. And I'm like, when they announced Book of Boba Fett, I'm like, actually, when they announced, when I heard rumors of Boba Fett coming into season 2 of The Mandalorian, I'm like, really? Did they have to? And then he brought him in, and they made him three-dimensional, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I do like that they're building out this character for Boba, and it's funny because I think who the Dude Bros paint Boba as is actually another character. Now that I'm thinking about it,
sure.
I think who the Dude Bros think Boba Fett is actually Cad Bane.
Oh,
I've always hated Cad Bane. I've always hated
him.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I like Cad Bane as a foil. Like, I like him as a bad guy.
That's
he's
a good
point.
Heel. Yes. I agree with that.
I love
He's a
Cad
great
Bane.
heel, but I know what you mean. Like, he's despicable.
He's one-dimensional as it gets.
But that is a very good point.
I think I just generally
villain.
Yeah, I think I just generally dislike it. I don't know what it is. Something about his voice just grates on me.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
About that
And
voice.
you know.
He talks like this.
So I do find that interesting because we got people down the middle. Like, I don't blame it's either Andy or Josh, but I don't blame them for saying this either. The Boba in my head cans.
I bet that's our boy Andy.
Look, see, they did that perfect, and I think they did too. When he came in, he was shooting, and he was just so heavy and badass. He was doing his moment, but I always saw that as like a reintroduction to a character, which was amazing. I think we'll get more of that Boba soon, but I think it's going to build to that huge moment of him. Like,
what makes a true badass a badass, like a respectable badass. Boba Fett is a respectable badass. He can kick your ass. He will do it. He knows the coolest dude, the strongest dude, the most quote unquote manly man is the guy who knows he can end the fight but doesn't do it. Like all the time, you know what I mean?
It's what Lucas talked about like the Jedi putting the lightsaber down on the table, and saying, let's
how
talk.
we gonna do this? Like everything in this series, like you got like Boba can, like he can hand it all back to you and all that, he can hand your entrails, all that, but he also walks around. Hey, I walk everywhere on my own 2 feet. Like I want to.
Yeah,
I love the part in this
anyone
episode
anywhere.
after Black Chrysanthemum, which we need to talk about that in a second. When the Gamorrean guard, he goes, "Get him to my Bactopod." Like, this dude is like this dude is just he's got there's a heart to him. I feel like he's had his whole time through canon. Like, I feel like Boba's always kind of had that little bit of Jango. Jango had a code of honor at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though he joined with, like, you fight the power. He joined the 7th.
Even though he
whatever,
murdered
it's
his
fine.
friend Sam Wessel.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I know, what a
mean,
tragedy. What a tragedy. And you say it the right
But
way.
wait.
Shout out to Devore from Largely the Force who says it the wrong way. This is the long ongoing segment we carry on in a galaxy where we ask all of our guests how to pronounce Sam Wessel's name. And that's the correct answer.
Sam Wessel. So
Weasel.
I'll tell you this much. I could say I'm thankful that I had done this, but I interviewed John Knowles, who made the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game. But if you play Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Sam Wessel is like a actual like she's not helpful to Jango at all. She's actually trying to get the same bounty as Jango. Then she gets caught, and he's kind enough to go save her. And then she does another turn on him later, and then Zam gets saved by Jango in the very last part, and like it's a whole thing. And then when you watch Attack of the Clones, it makes a lot more sense. Where he betrays her, he kills her because he has to. I'm like, it's interesting, and I hope that game honestly,
a little Cassian move, maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Kind of a thing. Like, you're gonna give me away, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I'm giving it too much. I don't know. It's fine.
And I do like and this actually brings up a really good point because I know it's just right here. I want to talk about this because before the whole Black Chrysanthemum thing, we got the moment where he's having the flashback, right? And talk about a brutal flashback. He is able to ride a bantha. He's got his gappy stick. He's hooded up. He looks badass, and he's going to go talk to the Pikes. And of course, he gets there, and the Pikes, voiced by Phil Lamar, by the way, who is Marvin from Pulp Fiction. For anyone that does not remember that role, people have forgotten that. No, is it Marvin?
If you've watched a cartoon, it's probably got Phil Lamar in it. Honestly,
Phil Lamar's voice.
He is prominent in voice acting.
Yes, he is the fifth brother as well, and I think he's in Resistance.
Kit Fisto.
He's Kit Fisto. Yeah.
He's
yes.
My thing is like, this is what I honestly hope. So they got Whitwer for the Rodian in chapter 1. They got Stephen Stanton for the Pike in chapter 2. They got Phil Lamar. We're slowly downsizing our roles. I hope that we get to the 7th episode, and it's just like, this person was one speaking line in the 7th episode of the 6th season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and we put them in as a speaking role.
Oh man,
that's fantastic.
Deep cuts all around.
All around deep cuts, like you get on your bicycle when you're a kid. I'm a big fan of how they're telling that story too, with him walking back up, and all of a sudden, and you see it in the distance, the smoke rising, and the Nikto gang was the one that ended up causing it. That was a hard watch.
Chip stealing
and the
bastards.
Music was unreal.
So
I have
good.
never. It was like choral. It was like, I don't know. It was everything I've never heard in Star Wars. I'm not even gonna lie. That blew me away. It was like a dirge. It was just beautiful. It was like the Gregorian chant. It was awesome.
It was horrifying. Yeah.
God. And I can't wait for that to drop. That's going to be a good soundtrack to drop soon.
Oh,
hopefully they do drop that one. God, that was good.
I want this. I don't have to go too far on this, but
whoever's running Holo Chronicles tonight, I have one word for you: Mephisto. I can change.
We all wanted it. We all wanted it.
I mean, I want Kira more than
to-
Mephisto, but
I was listening to Alex Damon's review of it earlier today, Star Wars Explained, and he was like, so I think maybe Crimson Dawn's going to be the Mephisto of this series, where everybody thinks it's going to happen, but it doesn't actually happen, and then we're let down by our own expectations. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
I'm like people are like too quick to connect things where maybe connections don't exist. I'm not saying like people are bad for doing this. I'm just saying like people are too quick to connect things where things already exist. I love it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
What if they completely threw us off and Boba Fett becomes friends with the Pikes back in that timeline, and then this happens? That's Phil Lamar's character getting shot in the face. I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset.
That would be cool.
Oof. Oh man, I just shot Marvin in the face. So yeah, I don't know what you did that for. I think the whole funeral pyre too at the very end. I mean, he actually has that like one solid tear. It's just like it's It was intense, and he kind of with
heavy.
the kid gaffy stick. Oh my god, that was crazy. I thought that would be towards the end of the season. I thought there'd be like a little bit more of the Tuscans, and then we'd get like a terrible, like gut-wrenching ending where you're like, oh no, but it happened way sooner than I thought. Way sooner.
I was part of me was kind of hoping they wouldn't go that route, but I mean, we're on the route now and everything, and just that was
I hope some made it out.
Well, that was just that one tribe, though.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I mean, when he piled up the bodies, there's not that many bodies, honestly.
Yeah. There were more Tuscans than that.
I think Connor's favorite Tuscan queen. I think she survived. I'm feeling like
I don't know.
Was
do
out
you see
hunting
her
or
staff?
something.
People
I
would
didn't
say,
see. We never saw her body. We never saw the kid's body too, but
we see the kids.
I could have sworn I saw the kid's body, but like people have stated that they've seen the female Tuscan's body. I'm like, no,
You
I
just can't
refuse.
do that. Yeah.
She was so awesome.
show us
She was
the
incredible.
evidence. No.
Show it to us. Show it to us.
But
Yeah, that moment
That's
hit.
probably my
That moment hit.
biggest gripe with the episode because like it's just too abrupt. I wish they didn't do it.
Yeah. It's that, and it's the for me it's that, and it's the speeders that just go really slowly.
Yeah.
The volume has its limits. This is
yes,
pretty good.
That's what they do.
And
there's,
by the way,
there's not much place to bury them in the sand. I mean,
I give them so much credit that we're reaching the volumes limit in the 3rd episode of the 3rd season of volume produced shows of Lucasfilm. Like it took them this long. They were doing crazy stuff with without pushing the limits. It was gonna eventually happen.
Yeah, I can see that with the Vespas. I can see that totally. And this is also pretty cool. There you go. Shmi, Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru, Tuscans want me to keep going.
Oh,
Are you talking with burning?
No, they're talking about it's the next comment afterwards.
That's the motivator.
Yes, that's true.
Galen, Urso in Rogue One, Obi-Wan in New Hope, Qui-Gon in Phantom Menace. Yeah.
It's yeah, you got a point.
Vader.
You got a point. It's
nice.
like Disney wanting to kill the moms in all their cartoons. It's all
Star Wars kills the mentors.
They did
Parents
it in
are
the
safe.
books too.
I was thinking randomly of the one youngling Khalifa.
You know of what I speak, Michael.
Yeah, there's some High Republic ones that we won't talk about because of spoilers. But yep, there's a handful.
I'm caught up on that one book.
Claudia's a wild woman. That's all I'll say.
I was thinking of Kevin Scott and what he did to us.
Oh man, they all are just wonderful, wonderful creative bastards, and I love them. Anyway.
Yes.
So you're in this moment, and all of a sudden it fades out, and this freaking 8-foot tall Wookiee and all black
jumped
fur.
out of my seat with excitement.
I was like, "What is happening?" It was so quick.
Can I ruin that for everyone? Whenever he's before the back to pod opens up, watch. There's like a little floaty that floats by his face, and like Chrysanthemum saved him from having that go up his nose or whatever. Honestly, like a little booger or like some kind of poo flake or something floating in there with him. Just watch again. You'll see. You won't be able to unsee the little
Is that what you
floaty.
just said?
What's that? Poo flake? Yeah.
A poo flake. Hold on.
Just watch it again right before he pulls him out. There's like a little floaty something in there with him. It's the detail's amazing.
I am not gonna. That scene is too precious to me to like. Again,
no, I'm not sure to ruin the whole scene.
I see what you're talking about, Jerry.
Yeah, you see that little floaty? I can't unsee that shit. And now you're all welcome.
Okay, hold on, wait.
You're all welcome to hell.
Pull it up. I pull it up. I just don't want to get tagged by Disney. So hold on. Let me get a screenshot.
Hold up. Yeah, we'll just put it on mute. Put it on mute or something.
It's on mute. They got us last time. They didn't help us last time.
They'll get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't. I mean, if you're, I thought you were gonna pull it up. If you're not going to, don't worry about it.
Oh, Jerry, that's weird. What the hell's wrong with you for saying that?
You're welcome.
Hold on.
I still love the scene. Dude, the scene's great. It's just honestly, it's a little bit of like it's that lived in world that we all love about Star Wars. It's the lived in world of Star Wars is the little poo flakes floating in the back to tank with you. That's what it is.
I don't think it's poo.
Aspect of
but I don't know what. I don't know what
poo.
it is.
It's not poo.
I was thinking like maybe
boogers.
Oh, I was gonna say like maybe it's part of his like eyebrow that's still reforming or something like that.
I mean, they put him in his clothes, you know, and all that kind of like it's. I mean, how often did they clean that thing? You know, that's all I'm saying is he got saved from like getting some mildew up his nose or something. So. And then got the shit beat out of him
by an 8 foot tall Wookiee who debuted in a comic in 2015. Again,
it was terrifying.
I could never imagine myself 2 years ago saying that Boba Fett in the newest episode of Star Wars television got pulled out of his Bactapod by an 8 foot tall Wookiee that got introduced in a comic 7 years ago. Like, what? That's crazy. What they're doing with the cross universe stuff is
Here's
awesome.
your poof lake. Okay, look to the left of the screen.
Oh wow,
okay?
it's hard. Hold on. I'm trying to.
Jerry, this is so Jerry. This is the most Jerry thing ever to me. Look at the
way up there, like way up there.
See it? It's hard to see. It's the left, and I'll show you the next screen.
I wish we had the John Madden, like rest in peace, but like the John Madden, like you see the. It's that is not that is not an eye floaty.
It's just
that is a back to floaty.
Poof flake.
It's the pure respect. It's the pure respect coming out of the man's pores, is what that is.
This is ridiculous. I can't stand you. So
I still don't see it.
Well, I'll make you rewatch it. I'll give you the exact time.
We'll send you. We'll send you the John Madden. Where if you look right here, there's a little poof like floating around. He's about to go up his nostril right before he gets ripped out of there by the Wookiee.
I'll share the screen for 1 second. I don't think they would take us down for this.
Oh shit! We better listen. Bad boys of YouTube right here.
Don't do it, Scotty. Don't do it. Just
do it. Take the risk.
Bad boys of YouTube. I'm not playing any audio. I'm not playing any audio.
Well, we can also talk over this. Like, watch it.
Why? Yeah. What are we doing?
It's on. Do y'all see it? Does everyone see it?
Okay. No.
It is going to be on the left of the screen. I'll only play it for 1 second.
Don't worry, like we've gotten copyright strikes.
Okay.
Poof like.
Okay, that's
I see it. Never mind. I saw it.
Done.
Yeah, I saw it.
Poof Lake has been seen.
Go back. I missed
Poof
it.
Lake.
Sorry, I thought Disney Plus was blurring it, so I just saw a white screen, and I'm like, oh, I thought that they're.
That was Poof Lake. So
Poof Lake Gate. I'm starting a hashtag.
I'm honestly kind of glad you showed that.
Still haven't.
Isn't that like it's a thing, and it's again that lived-in world, man. That lived-in world.
Things that don't need to be there that are like. I was doing some research for something trivia related, I think, and I'm like, and I come upon something about a window cleaner droid in Attack of the Clones. I'm like, they have a window cleaner droid in Attack of the Clones.
That's the glass on.
Yeah. I'm like, that's so unnecessary, but that's awesome.
That's so George.
Listen, Andy.
I noticed.
Listen, Andy. Yes, he gave us the big toe up, the thumbs up with his toe. Yes, that was impressive. That was impressive flexibility. Honestly, the man could kill you with his big toe. They're so flexible.
I was so afraid they were going to break his back or like something
I thought that's what
really
was
bad.
happening.
I was like, there's no way they're gonna like off him so early. Like they're gonna make him disabled. Like what the shit? I didn't know.
I'm gonna start a petition to make Boba Fett the Charles Xavier of the Star Wars universe.
I was gonna say it was gonna be like a Batman Nightfall moment.
Like hover chair. Do it.
I was legit worried for Boba.
I was saying it was reminding me of like Batman
He was
Nightfall.
pretty limp.
I thought it was gonna be like Bane breaking Batman's back.
Yes. Woo! I would not have liked that.
It was brutal.
Dude, and it was like I'm surprised no one has made a fan edit. But he's like no one's made a fan edit of that yet, and I'm shocked. I really
break your money.
My favorite thing about that whole Chrysanthemum fight is the thing you said about the Tusken scene earlier,
Hey, what's up,
Jerry.
buddy?
Yeah.
Which was about which was like, you know, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew Black Chrysanthemum was gonna fight somebody of the main characters.
Sure.
And I'm like,
damn,
that's gonna be in episode 6 or
sure,
7.
Right?
Yep.
I'm like, and then he pulls him out of the. I'm like, okay, that's 4 episodes too soon.
Yeah,
but I love that.
Yes, it was brilliant, and like, dude, the way they did his voice was insane.
Yes, I have seen that.
Yes.
By the way, yes, Reagan. I saw that as well. That was hysterical.
It was pretty great.
Someone talked to like Heather Antis, who helped create Black Chrysanthemum. like they were like Black Chrysanthemum is actually blah,
Actually,
blah, blah,
his
blah, blah.
name
Like,
is Black Chrysanthemum. I don't know if you
yeah,
knew
and
this
she was
or
like,
not.
Brilliant.
She's like, bitch, I helped create the character. Like, come on.
Yes. So
it's
awesome.
like when it's like the Mindy Kaling thing when she when somebody put the no
Yes.
God please no.
It's
Yeah,
when they
she was like,
don't. It's when they don't apologize.
It's amazing.
It's just the best part to me.
How can you though? You just got destroyed.
I
Like,
hope
you
that
just get
they suck
obliterated
in all
so
the poo flakes
publicly.
from their back to tank, like those dudes.
Jesus Christ, Jerry Cable. You're gonna make me do compressed air right now. So that moment was incredible, and it's so cool that Chrysanthemum realized, once he was outnumbered, he knew he had to take out the big guys first, and he tackled both Gamorrean guards
Down
and
the
stunt
stairs.
work. Who did the stunt work was absolutely incredible. That had to be so padded. That was why he tackled both like this, and they both went down. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say what this fight scene reminded me of is it reminded me of something of like one of the most recent like Predator movies, just this giant hulking
yes,
a giant monster with dreads comes in.
I think that's
like,
why
tries
it's
to
specifically
murder
the
you.
height and the dreads that did it for me.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
by the way, I will
so
say this
good.
about Chrysanthemum in this episode. I loved him in the last episode, just standing there, almost like a Boba Fett figure from the original trilogy himself. But this episode, when they said his name, that was magical. To
when
me.
Ming-Na says it at the table.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, it's real! It's real!
Yes,
oh
it's
my
real.
God.
I do love that once he got the Gamorrean guards taken, he's biting one. He had already like pushed the other one down, and then of course,
Dude, when he bites Boba's hand, like I flinched at that.
When he bites,
I've been bit by a dog when I worked for Amazon, and just no.
Yeah,
Wookiee
when he bit the
bites.
Gamorrean, and the Gamorrean squealed, and then I think didn't someone stab him, and he made like the Chewbacca noise. He like straight up like,
Boba,
I think that was
Yeah.
Boba with the gaffy stick.
the gaffy stick.
yes, so
No, that was
sick.
like
and then
One of the Gamorreans
Yeah, no,
stabs him too, I think.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I think
And
the
the
girl.
stabs at the
Space Punk Queen
Yes.
has like a space switchblade, which was so fucking cool.
Hey,
Sorry, excuse me, freaking cool.
no,
My bad.
what'd you
I'm
think
in
of the
timeout.
fact that he used the gaffy stick instead of using the because I think he had the whistling birds. I think he
had whistling
that
birds ready
on-
to roll, but he like
Yeah.
got knocked out of his hand or something. I think.
Yeah,
I saw
and
a
then he used
review
the
of
gaffy
that.
stick.
I saw a review of that,
Yeah.
and it was like, yeah, he tried to use the comfortable weapon first, but then he had to use the
Yes.
weapon he earned, and it actually helped.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. See, this is what I like about this show so far. It's like you and he's also in his underwear, which we've never seen that before in Star Wars. Someone straight up
Space
in their
underwear. Hey,
underwear getting their ass.
George
kicked
Lucas
was
be
awesome.
damned. George Lucas be damned. There is underwear in space. There you go.
Yep, there is.
There
Back
is.
to
It's
underwear.
It's all box
And-
of briefs, man. There you go. That's all it is.
God, it was so awesome. And then of course they lead to the Rancor pit, where they end up dropping
Right.
him. And dude, Finnick, when she
Real
takes
quick.
that thing out of her rifle, what?
Can we go back to the space underwear for a second? Because do you notice that his space underwear still had like a utility belt?
What?
Really?
It did.
It had, well, it
here
had
we
like it had like
go.
little pouches.
Let me get it on
along
Disney
the edge.
Plus.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I was just gonna say,
Don't
can you
just move on.
imagine?
Just move on.
Can you
No,
imagine,
Jerry.
if the entire fight had been with like Luke's back to diapper from Empire Strikes
Yeah,
Back?
yeah. Just like
How
he's like
ridiculous
straight
that
up
would've
like
looked.
just like a giant, just like Tamira Morrison, like a giant ripped baby.
No,
Just
I'm
like,
just
ugh.
now I'm just imagining the "No, I am your father" reveal, but Luke shirtless. Thank you,
It's just
for that,
like
Michael.
he gets out of the Polynesian spa and he's in Luke's back to diaper and it's like not like it isn't a little swimmer, so it's like actually like puffed out and all that kind of stuff. That would be unfortunate. That's
I got the
embarrassing.
best shot in the world for y'all boys. Give me 1 second. Keep talking though.
Yeah.
Boop. Your underpants don't. No, I wish mine did though. After seeing that.
Also, Boot pointed out that he was played by a Predator actor, so that explains why.
She said he was played by a Jesus. Thank you very much. Yes.
Black
sorry,
Chrysanthemum died
my
for
bad,
your
my bad.
sins.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Actually, while you're pulling it up,
Go to bed,
Scotty,
Mom.
I was gonna say this before. Am I the only one who realizes this is like, I don't know, this blew my mind. I was thinking about this like a half an hour ago. Boba Fett this show is his midlife crisis.
Wow.
Oh my God! Jabba's palace is him renting a Lamborghini.
I mean,
something,
it's
right?
pretty close to the middle of his life too. Like, when was he born? Like, you know, he's like in his late 40s, which is, you know.
Look at this.
He is thriving. He is thriving. What are you?
Okay,
are you still
I'm
looking
about
up?
to-
Are you still looking up the utility underpants?
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Give me 1 second. So it's not only the utility
love all of
underpants;
it.
it's so fantastic. It's something else I noticed too, and I didn't realize there was a shot of like straight up his like legs opening up, and you don't see any balls.
Oh,
or anything,
God.
Oh my
but
God.
it's pretty brilliant. Look
Scotty!
at this. Wait. Hard to see. It's really dark, but he's like,
What the hell?
God, I wish I could brighten this up. Can y'all see that at all?
Yeah.
Scotty,
Let me get my
listen,
light.
listen. This is not the time. This is not the time to be thirsting after Boba's.
I'm not thirsting. I'm just
scrotal
making an observation.
That's
Here we
what
go. Here's
geeky
the-
waffles get. That's what geeky waffles for.
That's what they're done. That's what they're good for. Look at this. Oh,
Wait, I just realized.
God. Well, I need to post this on Twitter. But like, no one's talking about this shot. Hold on, wait.
Yes.
There's one more too.
I actually just looked at.
Good night, kids.
Boba was born 32 BBY.
Yeah, I just looked that up.
Okay.
He's 56 in the show. Perfect age for a midlife crisis.
There you go.
There he is. You can see the utility belt right there. You see it around his waist.
Boom.
And so wait, one other thing I noticed.
So he can
this
carry
shot-
his nose plug so he doesn't get flakes in his nose.
Jesus Christ. This shot is straight up the same shot of Frank Reynolds climbing out of the sofa and Always Sunny. The one with like this. No, wait, just wait. Just wait. Watch. You ready? Here we go. Could barely see it, but he's like oiled up. He's like sweaty and he's like crawling on the ground. Oh, it's brilliant. I'm thankful.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just thankful that we have this. So yeah, that whole fight was freaking wild, right? And of course, dude, when he comes in his space robes and he looks swagged out, he was like, get the Gamorrean and put in my Bacta tank. I'm like, that's so sick.
I love that he
Oh, dude,
lets
yes.
the Gamorrean use his back to tank.
Yes.
Like that it's
Now,
not.
you know what
his
Jabba
time.
did?
That's his like.
You know what Jabba did?
Yeah.
Just throw
Well,
him in
so
the pit.
Jabba let the Gamorrean guards. Jabba let his Gamorrean guard get killed. So that should instantly speak volumes to, you know, obviously the guy's former employer. It's just it's amazing that Boba
That
Fett's
is
so
ruling
kind.
with respect.
Yes.
That is.
And that's
Like-
Boba's like what is it called? Oh my God. What is it? I'm blanking on the word. When you have an emotional attachment to a certain like blanket as a kid or something like that. It's his safety blanket or something like that.
Safety net. I don't
Sure.
know.
It's
Yeah.
a safety blanket. Like he
Security
whenever
blanket.
anything, it feels like when Boba stubs his toe in this show, he's like, okay, back to the Bacta tank, and that he's letting somebody else use it is like, you know.
Well, like
Yeah.
it to me, it proves that Boba is a respecter of all beings, and that is, damn,
Beautiful.
he's such a cool. He's just I love what we're making Boba Fett into. Is this guy who's like, I'm gonna hire these at-risk youth who drive colorful space Vespas, and I'm also going to let my employee use my Bacta tank, my magic healing tube. Because why not, man? It's for everybody.
Yeah.
We're all in this together. I love
all
eat
in
the
this
rich.
together.
Boba's awesome. Anyway, there you go.
Yep. That's great. And you know what's so funny? After that moment, you've got Christensen, you know, in the tank. Yeah, the tank. Jesus Christ, in the Rancor pit, right?
Everyone's
and
in
of
the
course,
Everyone get in the tank. Get in the tank.
Isn't
everybody.
the next cut the food on the table? That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was different.
Oh, I need
And
the
then-
gif of Fennec like kicking back with the turkey leg.
She had
like,
wine too. She
immediately.
had wine. It was
Yeah, she had
awesome.
wine at first, but then she grabs the leg. She's like so happy and content, just like kicking back. I
Uh-huh.
need that in a GIF form, like right now.
By the
for
way,
next Thanksgiving.
By the way, for those of you who are fans of the Banthaverse, in this episode, indeed,
he eats
Boba
chicken.
Fett does eat chicken.
Eating chicken.
Yes.
And I only noticed that because Matt and Sean and the people from that show and
They've been posted about it. Yep.
they posted about it. I'm like, I remember when they had the AI thing and Boba ate chicken for the first time. I'm like, that's really weird. And then I saw that they posted about it. I'm like, oh my god,
it's canon.
He ate chicken.
I know.
Amazing. Oh,
Boba's got. This is now canon for me that Boba's got pizza and Extreme Teen Bibles or something.
Young man.
Oh man, that's brilliant.
You know who really heals your wounds. No,
Jesus
Boba Fett,
Christ.
you faster voice.
I might have to get some food after this.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I thought it was great, and I was surprised the twins came back so quickly. And look, can I give a pro tip? Can I give a pro tip for anyone that wants to hear me?
Pro tip.
Don't watch the recaps. Just don't. Just don't watch the recaps before the show starts. It's not worth it. Because literally, the second they showed the Hutts in the recap, I'm like, oh, I know who's showing back up. Then they showed something else. I'm like, oh, they're showing back up. And of course, I'm watching this episode, and of course, the Hutts, 20 minutes in, they're right back in. So I was like, okay, maybe I should click skip recap from here on out, because it's subtle stuff like that
you want to be surprised. Yeah.
I'm not that savvy.
I was very confused. That was the thing on the rewatch.
Except for noticing poo flakes. So sorry, Eli. Please go on.
That was the thing on the rewatch I liked the most about how the Hutts were like. So yeah, we sent one of the most dangerous bounty hunters in the galaxy besides you to kill you. Look, okay,
our bad.
People make mistakes. Okay,
we did a fuck up.
Partially, I love that all of it. I love that even Boba's like, it's just business. Like even to Black Chrysanthemum in there, he's like, hey, man, look, no hard feelings and stuff. Like I love because that shows their history, because they do have a history and stuff. Like
the first panel that Black Chrysanthemum appears in, I'm pretty sure, is with Boba Fett.
I remember the day I saw that, the day it dropped, and my God, just to see that was. What a cool character, man. Like, just like from day one, like just even seeing him, like, what is that guy's deal? I want to know what he's up to. I want to follow him around. I want to hang on to his little Wookiee pigtails and follow him around. So,
they did that really well. Yeah, Michael.
There was something I wanted to bring up just in regards to the twins and some criticism I've seen that I'm inclined to almost agree with, but not strongly, because again, I want to see how everything plays out first. But I've seen complaints about us shifting antagonists too frequently and to just not allowing any time to dwell. Like at first, we set up the mayor as the initial sort of antagonist, and then episode 2 it gets shifted to the twins, and now it's shifting to the Pikes in episode 3. That's a new antagonistic force every single episode.
Sure.
And I get that part of that is because this show isn't as episodic as something like The Mandalorian, which is very like every episode of Mandalorian was just an individual journey that Din went on, whereas this it's a more overarching plot, and we don't have.
Which is ironic to me.
It's a comic run, honestly.
It's
an arc of a comic.
Yeah. Which is ironic to me because I remember specifically when people were complaining about the episodic nature of the Mandalorian, and now they're complaining about the complete opposite. I'm like, okay, please pick
it's the other side of the aisle, maybe. I don't know. Listen. What I'll say to that is, welcome to the underworld of Star Wars. Shifting antagonists, man.
Yeah,
everyone sells out everybody.
Yeah,
and then they get done after that person just stabbed you in the back, and they go, "Hey, man, no hard feelings. It's all business, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just what we do. It's what we do, baby.
I actually think I prefer the Book of Boba Fett style to the Mandalorian. I like both of them, but I like the idea of one continuing story thread through the season. And I like that the antagonist keeps switching because it just keeps me on my toes. It's like we don't know the full story. We don't know.
Right.
We keep getting new twists. We keep getting new turns. And I think there will be a main villain. I just think it's not so much that they don't know who it is. It's that we don't know who it is.
They introduced the main villain maybe in the last episode, which is the Pikes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It could. So the Pikes were actually introduced in the second episode, and I know we're switching it to them now, but it honestly, to me, it makes sense. I'm still gonna look back and say, look, they were introduced as like a force in the second episode already, anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even know if we didn't get this turn of the Hutts, which is so Hutt. It's so like it's such a Hutt move that they're like, hey, look, man. This is all bad for business. We're out of
And
here.
we
We're
don't
gonna go
even want
party
this
on
rock.
Nalhutta. By the way, I
Uh-huh.
love that Obadiah and Nalhutta have been mentioned in a live action thing multiple times. I am like every
And now they've
time I'm
mentioned
just
And
like
Witches of Dathomir.
again.
I'm
Yeah,
like that.
Obadiah, Witches of Dathomir. I'm like, yes,
Oh,
please,
dude.
give me more.
Well,
Yes.
Thank you.
If we didn't get the Huts to leave, then we wouldn't have gotten the most amazing gift ever. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring this. I've been waiting to bring this up since Andy tweeted it or Josh, whoever. Walk around on your feet until you can ride a Rancor. We got
Brilliant.
such an amazing gift with the most incredible. I hope it seems like it's more than a cameo with how they say it. Seems like just the setup of a new character.
Uncredited.
Danny
Uncredited too.
No, it's
freaking
not
Trejo. Danny
No, he's
freaking
not in the
Trejo.
credits.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really? I thought he was.
Yeah.
Look it up,
He's like
Scotty.
one of the-
Look it up right now.
He's
Look it up.
one of the first names in the credits.
Play it on the screen.
Here's the thing.
Play it on the screen.
I was a little bit I remember watching the episode for the first time. I'm like, okay, so that looks a lot like Danny Trejo, and I'm like, I wasn't like 100% sure that it was Danny Trejo. But then I looked at the credits afterwards. And I'm like, oh my god, that was actually Danny Trejo.
I hope that his name is just like Danny Trejo with like a couple hyphens and.
I
like,
want it to be like the switched.
parentheses and stuff.
I want it to be
Danny
the first
Trejo
letter.
or something.
Tanny Trejo.
Tanny Trejo. Oh man, but like
Nope,
because I
he's
was
not
like
in the
I said
credits.
this. I forgot what I said. I think I said that. Oh, I said this last night in the Sloppy Seconds rewatch I did with some peeps. About how I just want him to be like just Danny Trejo in anything he's in, especially after the Muppets Most Wanted, where his character in the Russian gulag, in the Siberian gulag, was just named. Like they're saying good night. They're like, good night, Prison King. Good night, this person. Good night, Danny Trejo. And he goes, good night.
I have not watched that movie in a long time. I remember loving that movie when it came out.
I mean that's Jim Henson, that's the Muppets kind of humor that is just fantastic. But like, yeah, no, I just want him to just be like, I'm the Rancor Keeper, Danny Trejo. How's it going, man? Trying one of my. He's like has his taco truck there and everything. Like, hey man, I got some tacos and maybe some donuts. You know, like what do you want? What do you want? I got it all. Oh man, I love that band so much.
I hate this.
I was
talk
so
of food
unbelievably
because
happy.
I'm starving right now. I'm probably gonna get some McDonald's after this.
You're right. Eli's correct. I was wrong. 100%. He has a I guess I don't look at the credits when they show the concept art. I guess it's something I have to admit here, because the concept art's so freaking sick that I don't look at him. Hold on. I mean, like this one in particular, I guess I totally overlooked his name when I first watched it, because look at this. Look how great this concept art is. Hold on. It's going to pull up in a second.
Oh, bring it up.
Just keep bringing up stuff until the stream gets taken down.
Look at this. This is incredible. So I guess I completely overlooked the name.
Burn the stream down, Disney, please. No, yeah.
Oh, it's badass. But you know what? What the hell? It's stuck on the screen. I just love this. Danny's a full title. That's true. Yes, he does. I just noticed that. Reagan. I mean, triple.
Oh my God. So antagonistic.
So I guess something else, because we're towards the end of the episode now, and obviously we'll talk about the chase scene, but the Rancor stuff, I did not realize how much that touched me until watching it a second time. Because I'm watching it the first time, like, this is really cool. Second time, I'm like, man, he's like really wanting to connect with this thing.
I agree,
This is, like,
and I
his
think
spiritual son.
the first time it's almost distracting because you as an audience are like just waiting for a moment where the Rancor like tries to like bite at him or snap or something.
Sure.
But when you know
I was
that
the
it
whole
is, like,
time
truly peaceful.
The first time I was
very
afraid it was going to
serene.
eat Danny Trejo, because he's like, you stand here, I'm going to go over here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Like, don't you dare make Danny Trejo get eaten right now. No. Anyway, yeah.
I do like how 88 is like, hey Boba, the plot's happening, and Boba's like, the plot can wait for a few minutes. I gotta get done with this Rancor.
I liked how they built lore around it now. So you understand why Malakili was so upset. Like, you get it. And I'm like, this is what Favreau does so well. He takes these things that we didn't ever think about, Malakili with his Rancor. You got Tusken Raiders now. You even got small things dealing with the Pikes. Like, this is all so Favreau to me. And you get to watch it unfold. And he's like, yeah, they're actually what is Danny Trejo's exact quote? Because I actually laughed out loud. They are
emotionally complex creatures.
Yes, emotionally complex creatures. I was like, what is happening? Oh, this is so awesome.
I could listen to Danny Trejo talk about Rancors and their emotions
Rancor is
all day.
depressed.
Same.
Yes, I'm like, who would have ever thought we'd get this?
Yeah.
This is like above all else in Star Wars. It's brilliant.
Dude, like you have like I forget 89D8 or whatever, like leaning around like Lord Fett, and he's like, I'm busy. Like, go away! I'm petting a Rancor.
I'm dealing with the important thing here, okay?
This is important. I'm going to learn to ride this.
This is a good boy right here.
This is a character moment.
Oh, it is. It's a great character moment, and it also shows that he's willing to, take a second to breathe and just, have this moment when they reveal, when they revealed the eyes, and the eyes went dilated, that was a practical Rancor. There's no way that was CG. Yeah. That was crazy looking. Had a big nose ring too. Like, this is bad ass.
And the fact that Boba sees it as more than just a monster that eats people, again, ruling with respect as compared to Jabba.
Yeah. I just really like how at the end of the episode that Boba is starting to. This is one of the things I love in Star Wars stories when that happens. When the crew gets assembled, he is building these. He's building these allies. He's building these connections. We got that very much at the end of The Mandalorian, and I love how this is like that. But it's a little less formulaic. It's
sure.
In The Mandalorian, it was okay, this episode you're going to be Grief Karga. This episode you're going to do it.
Sure.
But in this one, it's just they come along as they come along.
Yes.
Big shot crime lord putting together a crew.
Oh man,
good reference.
Yes.
So
Big shot
by the way,
putting together
by the way, where was he putting that crew together, Connor?
Mos Espa.
Tatooine.
So wait, one thing too. It's a lot like a parallel to the Blurg moment in the very first episode of The Mandalorian, where he has to learn to overcome. He's like, why do I have to ride this thing? He's so frustrated. But it's the opposite with Boba. Boba has a desire to do something, where Din is so against it. And
the way he says, I want to learn, I want to ride it. Or something.
And you know what that probably came from? That probably comes from his time with the Tuskens and their reverence toward their banthas.
There we go, Michael.
I was also thinking of the parallels between the Blurg, now that you mention it, and the Rancor scene, which I think there are a lot of them. Din is reluctant to ride the Blurg, and what does Quill say to him? Your ancestors rode the great mythosaur. Surely you can tame this young. And then Boba's like, I want to ride this, and then Danny Trejo's character is like, you can't ride this. And Boba's like, I've ridden beasts 10 times its size. It's the reverse of the scene.
So brilliant.
Yeah,
it's so brilliant.
Yeah, it's mirror
a
difference.
Definite holiday special reference.
I hope it's either that.
I really hope so.
Or Camino, the things of Camino that fly. It could be that too.
I think they're called. The Iwas.
Oh, look at you. It's like you're a trivia master. So
flying belugas.
I really do think we've got something on our hands with that, and I know there was leaks that came out a few months back, possibly that could show a pretty awesome moment with the Rancor. But I'm just excited with the fact that we've got some really new threads being woven, and I think this episode, I would never call it filler. It's not what I'm saying, but it does allow different things to happen in terms of story. The Pikes have been introduced. Okay, now we've got a Rancor involved, right? Black Chrysanthemum is gone, right? He's gone.
For now.
Well,
come back. They don't spend that much money on a suit like that, all that yak fur for nothing. Okay. So just think about that.
You don't put down that many yaks if you're not gonna use that guy.
And
okay.
The Favreau shows.
Too many yaks are naked right now for that. Yeah.
The Favreau shows seem to be a big fan of introducing characters that you think are going to disappear and then don't disappear. Like Pelly is the best example of that. I'm like, she's gone after an episode, and then they bring her back, and I'm like, no. And then
she has
she's
a cameo in this episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then she's in the third episode, and I'm like, so she's a real character now. Same thing that happened with Fennec too. Same thing happened with Fennec. I'm like, oh, she's gonna be gone after that episode. Absolutely.
Nope. No.
She's been in an animated series, and I mean all of it. It's so
brilliant.
Good. So good.
So sick. And
Boop, I don't think we want to know. I don't think we want to know yet. We may not want that answer right now.
That's gonna suck. God,
Yeah.
and it's so funny because
He's gonna cry.
I guess
really hard.
I guess we can round out a couple of things in this conversation because I know it's running a little long, and I know Connor's hungry.
Conor hungry.
Hey, bring an entire Ronto carcass for my friend Connor from the later. Yeah, please.
That was awesome, by the way. That
You're
was
welcome.
awesome.
You're welcome. Entire Ronto carcass.
Yes, yeah.
Ronto Carcass, not Ronto Caucus. Ronto Caucus is the second album from Boop's band Practical Rainflow.
I hope Boop's watching. That's incredible.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Dinner Bantha.
That's the third album.
Third album. Yeah.
Like a bantha.
Like a bantha.
Like a bantha is going to be the best seller.
I have a different perspective I want to share.
Yeah.
So everyone's dogging on the chase scene, which I completely respect. I didn't like how it was handled. I thought it'd be a little bit more badass and fast-paced, but
Faster,
one of
more
my
intense.
students, yes, exactly. One of my students straight up said, I liked it because it was a lot like Back to the Future 2. And I was like, oh, and this kid's 13. I'm like,
ooh.
Oh, like that's a really interesting take because, you know, as adults, we watch this stuff and we're like, okay, what is happening? Because this is so slow paced. But
Kids always have
and
the
you're
best
watching
takes with Star Wars.
That I'm telling you, that
Truly
was
wonderful. The mind of a child is.
That's right, Michael. So he says that, and
yes!
I'm like, I can't wait. I'm like, I can't wait to rewatch this now because you rewatch it. It's got all the Hollywood tropes. They run through a painting. They run through glass. They're running over robots or things.
The wall run.
Things are getting, the wall run. Like it's got everything.
Andy's got me rolling right now. The rascal chase scene is like from Seinfeld or something.
Yes,
Eat hickory.
Oh my god! But it was. It's funny when
I loved
when
it.
you hear different perspective. See, I thought it was good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Jerry,
it's Robert. It's Robert Rodriguez, 110%.
Oh, totally.
Like that whole like the zooms, just the way even the effects are done. Like he's doing.
Yep.
You notice he's doing a lot of stuff to where it looks like it was made in the 80s.
Yes,
It looks a little stop motion-y. I think he's doing that. That's his aesthetic. Like like in Machete and like all that kind of stuff. He's doing like all kinds of stuff that he likes that old school way of doing things, like that very Harryhausen, kind of.
Yeah. Of course.
Like from the first. Anyway.
It's funny because one of the craziest things I've ever heard was Robert Rodriguez was doing an interview and he says, "I never thought Spielberg would come up to me and says how much his children have watched Spy Kids," and I'm like, that's. Like, imagine being Robert Rodriguez and thinking, man, Steven Spielberg has sat through my movies several times and it's all Spy Kids. You know what I mean? So think about that. But that's the same perspective I'm coming from. Like, my student who's 13 was like, that's one of the best episodes of live action Star Wars because it had everything he wanted from it. And it did, weirdly enough, if you really think about it, felt like an 80s action scene. It was campy as hell. There was like a painting crash. It was weird.
Even though it was slow, it just didn't matter. It was fun.
Yes.
Like I had fun with it.
I completely.
What was it?
Agree.
Someone earlier or on Twitter or earlier in the comments was like, some was it local teens chased down a civil servant or something in a low speed chase. It's like it really is because it's like he's just like, it's not Vin Diesel running away from these guys.
No.
It's like little Major Domo guy. Like, oh no, he runs into a cart of Mei-Lu runs, which is so.
I want to say two things real quick.
This is
I love that we've gotten this Major Domo for 3 episodes in a row.
Straight,
me too.
Straight. And the receptionist for 2.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And the other hilarious thing.
Apologies. I understand the misunderstanding. But...
I love it. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. I don't think I have that name on the list.
The other
not seeing that one on here. Sorry.
The other hilarious thing that I noticed on my rewatch is that if the Major Domo had not locked the door, he probably would have gotten away.
Well, I love the like you can look. You can't lock a door in Star Wars because there's a light. It's like, oh, you locked the door. Like, come on, man. Like
Boba would have just waited out in that lobby for a couple minutes, and then
you know how you unlock the door.
Long gone by then.
Yeah,
he would have been Jerry Lundegaard in Fargo.
So, what are y'all take?
Like, all you got to do to pick a lock in Star Wars is shoot the door, or like Fennec just like
hardwire,
pry it open and cut something.
Yep.
You know.
So, what are y'all takes on the colors? Because the colors never bothered me. First time I saw it, I thought they were out of place, but then I realized, you know, this is a kind of an American graffiti callback a little bit.
Oh, very
much. It's kind of like
so.
a hot rod thing, and then also
Big
a lot of that has to do with
vibes.
identity, right? These cyberpunk kids, they need to have some sort of identity. They want to make themselves unique, and having multicolor vehicles is a way to do it. And it never clicked. But also like this, Teletubbies, I thought Power Rangers when I first saw it because it's like bright colors, like the original Power Rangers run.
Also, two of them.
I thought a 1950s biker gang. I'm just saying. Like, sorry, Connor.
No, you're good. Two of them reminded me of real Darrow from the High Republic with like the magnetic,
the cybernetic eye.
Yep, the cybernetic eye.
Oh, yep. I thought of when I saw it, I thought of the going up the ventilation shaft. The thing
also, what I'll probably have.
That's what I thought of.
Oh.
I completely lost what I was about to say. Y'all keep going.
It's all right.
Well, look, I also agree.
It was just a cool biker gang. I liked it.
I remember.
Yeah.
I wanted to build off what Scotty was saying about that. That's part of their personality. Also, if you're a biker gang, you're going to take good care of your bikes, and they're going to look good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason they don't look worn down, is because that's their thing.
Yes, I agree.
They fly. You got to have more angles. You got to have more angles there, Andy. Okay, come on.
They fly now.
We're gonna put you in the Jabba's Palace retirement home, man. If you don't stop complaining, you old geezer. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm sorry.
No, and you know what's funny? I
they did go
the
pretty. It was slow
too, because you think Tatooine, you don't think of that, right? There's I can see both sides of this argument completely on it, you know, in every way. And you know, it's funny, like a lot of what we see in Tatooine has been drab, but it's kind of cool to see some color pop every now and then, and it looked nice on the screen. It really looked really good on TV. But it's so funny. It comes to an end so quickly. It just happens. They got him, and literally, it's the major domo was like, the mayor's working with the Pikes. It's the Pikes, and I'm like, what? He straight up confessed it so quickly. He was done. He's like, nah.
His boss is gone. So
Mayor McCheese.
McCheese.
Yep, McCheese.
By the way, this is funny to me. A couple of things. First of all, they cannot figure out straight how to pronounce that guy's name. Half the time it's McCheese, and half of the time it's McCheese. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
Marchion.
Yeah, Twilight Twi'lek. Yeah. And then there was another thing. Oh man, I'm blanking on it right now. Is this the first time Boba Fett uses a jetpack in this show? I think it is. No, but in this show, in this show,
it is the first time. Yes.
I'm like,
he lands.
I'm like,
so bad.
That was really refreshing. I'm like,
it was. It was really hot.
Again.
How she how my glorious space punk queen comes to a stop, and then Boba lands there, and it's
that's how sick. She doesn't bat an eye. She doesn't even look at him. She looks straight at him.
She's just giving him the evil eye. Those funky
Yep.
teens, man. Those funky teens, as Boop was saying, they got the evil eye going on. But I love that. I love how he immediately gives up. He's like, yeah, the mayor's working with it, but yeah, please, just look, look, man. I'm getting paid.
Dudes.
I'm getting paid barely over minimum wage right now. Okay?
And now my boss is gone.
my
boss left me.
Yeah.
And I'm I know it was slow. Look, driving on Mos Espa streets is like driving through the hallways in your local YMCA or something. They're so narrow. I mean, come on.
That's ridiculous.
You can't go too fast. That's all I'm saying.
God. And it was crazy too. After all that's said and done, the episode ends pretty quickly. They cut to the Star Cruiser. No. They cut to this guy. Yeah, they cut to the guy going around the building, and then he gets on the phone, and they're in Jabba's palace. And I hope the next episode picks right back up where that left off. It seems like it might, or a back to tank sesh.
Yeah.
We'll
I
find out.
I gotta say, one of
Back
those
to Tank Sesh needs to be like a Bombadcast T-shirt or something. Hold on, I like, man.
Let's go for a quick
Mondays. Am I right? I need a Back to Tank Sesh or something.
Or Polynesian Spa.
I did like just generally with the end of the episode, and this is always something I like with the specifically with the Book of Boba Fett. They're going to war, then we will be ready. Hey,
Great.
dun, dun, dun.
Do the music.
Yeah.
So
I still
ends it.
I still maintain the best usage of the title card theme was the first episode.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was incredible.
Like,
Dude,
because it led into it so perfect.
I love how it's him taking a drink and then going and then
my
favorite. That's so
like
punk rock. It's insane. I love it.
That too, but also when just episode 1, just when we see the title flash across the screen in the first 6 minutes, and then at the end, just the way the music was just
beautiful.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. That first time is just like it's always gonna stick with you because the music in the show is incredible. It's
and
like
I
love
the second
episode.
And for the second and for the next 48 hours, everybody's just going to be singing themselves like me was. I just found myself doing something, and I was in my head. Hum, da-dum, hum, da-dum,
yeah,
all the time. I'm at work mixing a potato salad, and I'm like, hey,
real quick,
me rolling burritos at my job.
So let's talk about that because that's interesting because obviously Star Wars makes some of the mundanity of life a lot better, and Tuesdays
tank
for
of the
me,
Mondays, you mean? Sorry. Go on.
Tuesdays, y'all, have gotten a little bit more exciting. At least I go to sleep really happy on Tuesday nights, and I don't know what it
in
is,
his
but,
old timey nightgown and
my god,
nightcap with
his Ebenezer Scrooge attire.
Woo!
Yes,
I can't wait for tomorrow.
And I have a 4:40 a.m. alarm set, and I do not mind waking up for it. I get Katie's coffee ready. It's always the best.
This
is a great point.
Good point.
Sorry.
Yeah, I arranged the night before. I arranged Disney Plus on my computer. I closed my Twitter and all the social media stuff. I'm like, this is the ritual I get in. I did it with Bad Batch. I did it with Mandalorian. It's so nice having it back again.
It is nice, and we're gonna go a lot of it this year.
I think William has found what the T-shirt design will end up being if it is a T-shirt. Don't mess with me till I've had my back to sesh.
Oh man. So, real quick. There's one other thing I want to end this conversation on because I find it to be particularly interesting. And it's the concept of respect. I know we talked a little bit about it earlier, but when it comes to Star Wars, we've seen a lot of respect done by fear. And that's evident. Everyone says it about Jabba and what Boba should do. But
and
Conor,
the
I think
Empire,
you had something you wanted to add
at the beginning
of
Rogue
in the
One
Empire
with Krennic. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I just lost my train of thought. No, it's back on track.
Good.
There's two different. I think there's two fundamentally different types of respect that we see in Star Wars, and it's how respect is earned or given as a Jedi, and how respect is earned or given as a bounty hunter / crime lord / just non-Jedi folks. And with Jedi, it's because of their status.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they'll earn that respect, but they'll also give themselves up physically and spiritually for the greater good, and that earns respect for a lot of people. And you have that flipped around with bounty hunters where it's they earn respect by hurting people and doing stuff that's in their self-interest. And it's just, I just want to really just point out the two big juxtapositions with those two organizations, and just how Boba seems to be in the middle.
It's weird, right?
I would add to the Boba, to the bounty hunter / whatever. I would add / respectful king. But go yeah.
I was
that was pretty much it. Yeah.
I was also gonna say I was thinking. Here's my bold prediction. I don't have many predictions for the show ahead. I know people have been saying, "Oh, this is gonna happen," but I'm just in for the ride. But I'm thinking You know, it'd be really cool, and I think we might get some version of this. A crime underworld version of the Exegol, all ships emerge from hyperspace of the Rise of Skywalker. Get that, but for the underworld.
Christ.
It's not going to be, it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be the triumphant, there are more of us, Poe, we're all here to save the day and rise up. Like, that's an inherently, like, this is not, Boba's not a hero. Boba's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And I wonder, I don't know how they would do it. And I'm not, but like, you know, Filoni gets the themes. Filoni gets the themes. Favreau gets the themes. They get it. Yeah.
The closest we've gotten to those crime groups uniting was the Shadow Collective in Clone Wars under Maul. Can Boba be someone to unite them with respect?
With respect and not fear. Because as soon as as soon as Maul showed one sign of being weak in that thing, the Hutts specifically were just like, okay, so we're leaving now.
Especially because he basically intimidated the Hutts into their involvement. He ran through Jabba's palace with his groups and took over, beat the crap out of Embo.
So the only thing you're telling me is that I will find Jabba at Jabba's palace.
And it's a smaller picture, but we're kind of seeing it in the Bounty Hunter comics.
True.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just feel like Crimson Dawn's behind something. I'm just
Dude,
saying.
same.
I'm just saying.
Like Crimson Dawn,
like
the
they've
Sith.
made Crimson. Well, they made Crimson Dawn like a huge in the shadows like organization now and everything. It's
like I'm with you. I'm with you, Jerry, because like I just can't shake the feeling of just like a Kira appearance. If it doesn't happen, I'm fine with it.
Give me Amelia Clark with a little gray, like a streak of gray or something. It didn't even have to be that.
Literally, the only two things that would make me freak out in this show: Alden Hahn or Amelia Clark.
Everybody's predicting. Everybody's saying the leaks about Han for that final episode. I don't buy it. I don't know. It's just me. Like
I don't think he'll be in the final episode. I feel like he'll be in like the 5th episode, because like the 6th episode is Filoni and Favreau co-written, and Filoni directed it, so we're probably gonna get like Cad Bane or a bunch of
somebody. Yeah, everybody's like, we're gonna get somebody.
I just want a name drop reference to the Star Wars Bounty Hunter video game. I want someone to bring up the Bandogora. If someone brings up the Bandogora,
or the droid Gotra.
Or what about this? Or here's something else you could do. You could bring up a reference to Roz, please.
Yep.
Yes, Roz would be sick.
Roz. This is the interesting thing. So I remember my co-host Jacob and I covered the Bounty Hunter. There was a video game for an In a Galaxy episode, and that was maybe one of the most fun times we had, because we had never
a great game.
We had never seen any of those cutscenes ever before, and we were just like, "Oh my god, this game is crazy."
Yes, it is.
But I remember specifically about Roz telling Django to leave behind something, to get a legacy, to get a family. And which is supposed to be the in Legends explanation for why Boba Fett was created at all. But to get Roz in a mention about Boba Fett now running his own family, that would be incredibly meta and so cool.
It would be amazing. And I know it's crazy too, when it comes to that game in particular, you see a little bit of the same arc where you have Jango Fett finding his identity as a bounty hunter. He has that one ship that he ends up losing. He goes to Uvo 4 and grabs the fire spray. And I hope they drop Uvo 4 in the show. I hope there's things that
Uvo 4
mentions.
Uvo, I love Uvo 4's design.
I just love the idea that
fantastic
that they're doing these drops when they do Obadiah and they say Nalhada and they make mention to the
sexy to hear that in live
sisters.
action. Oh man,
it really is. It's like, who would have thought,
Obadiah in live action.
Even just Black Chrysanthemum being in live action.
I mean,
all these connections are so
we
rewarding.
gotta credit our
Chrysanthemum, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we gotta credit the original guy, and I hope he shows back up in this show for this. We gotta credit the guy who made this all possible, which is Cobb Vanth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would be,
and we will. I
want to see Cobb again. He was.
I would not be surprised if we got a season 2 of this show and then Cobb Vanth shows up.
You're not wrong.
I
Like,
feel the one thing I
kind of
really,
want more,
really,
honestly.
yeah, because the one thing I really, really, really appreciate with Book of Boba Fett right now, especially with the flashbacks, is that they're taking their time with Boba's story.
No, I want Mr. Ben. I want the Marshal of Mos Pelgo back again. Tim Oliphant.
I thought he was
going to
see him. I legit thought when he was going into that town that like there would be a Cobb Vanth just wink or whatever, just like blink and you miss it sort of cameo.
Just like Pelimoto walking by them decorating the skulls. You know,
those skulls. By the way, the helmets on the pikes. I'm like, oh, I love this. I love that they're exploring that shot from another perspective now.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So
it's hot.
To kind of end this whole
that's Boba slander, William, and I will not stand for it. Go on, Scotty.
Go pulled Boba off the menu. To kind of end this whole discussion, I think so far into this season, I'm very satisfied. It has been what I did not expect. More of an exploration of the character rather than a bunch of fan service, but in moments like those, I think the fan service is at its peak. And like, dude, Obadiah, I think maybe, and I'm not joking when I say this, 1% of anyone that watches this show is going to go, Obadiah? Okay, you know what I mean? Like, they do those kind of things for the people that do this content making. Like, it's just the case, you know? That's not for anyone else.
Yeah, we got to thank the story group.
I was really hoping, this is what I was hoping, and they didn't do it, and I'm hoping and praying and crossing my fingers for this in Ahsoka. But I was hoping because, you know, I knew Ahsoka was coming like in season 2, way before she actually got there. And I was like, I remember talking about it with my co-host on our show. And I'm like, the one thing I want a deep cut Ahsoka reference. I'm like, I want Ahsoka to meet Mando. And she's like, this is just like that one time on Karlak. And so the diehard fans would be like, oh my God, she said the Karlak thing. Oh my God.
Dude, Filoni's going to give it to us. You know that.
Well,
I do.
Listen, that business on Cato Nemoidia, that bounty hunter ran into an Ord Mandel.
The one that Jacob and I love to mention on our show, the swarm of Venomites on Draboon. Yeah.
The fact that we're going to probably get that in Mike Chen's book, Brotherhood.
Yes.
Out this year.
The whole book about it.
Super hyped.
One thing
Connor,
I thought was
if
great.
we're talking about upcoming Star Wars books, we got to talk about the best one, which is Shadow of the Sith. You know it.
I was actually just gonna say High Republic Phase 2, but
sorry, I love what I've read of High Republic, but like we have an Ochi villain book. Oh, I mean, what else do we need in this life?
Pong, more like Pong Krell.
Yeah, we need a Pong.
Okay, listen.
We need a Pong Krell.
My
book.
one favorite thing that Ahsoka did that no one talks about is when she does this, and I freaked out. She just folded her arms, and I'm like, "That is Ahsoka through and through and through." And I'm like, "That's what she did the arm fold." She literally just did that, and I was like, "That's so sick." So like, give us little things, y'all. Give us little things like that. You know, I love that. That's what I want for the rest of the season. It could be throwaway lines. The Ronto meet, like that's just enough for Jerry to go, okay, I've had my moment. Like that, if that's all the show gives me,
that was my moment.
I'm set. That was it.
Ronto no, I want to see Boba riding a Ronto, not a Rancor. Whoa. I want to see him riding a Ronto and one of the speeder bike gang to go by and him to go, whoa! I want it. I want it.
And
you take it away.
I just thought of another reference. I just, oh my God, this would be crazy. If they reference somebody, an old hermit living on Tatooine by the name of Ben, I will freak out.
Brilliant.
I'm waiting for the Tatooine retirement home for aged aliens references still. I'm really holding out that'll be a thing.
That's the season. That's the series finale, Michael. Okay, that's like Boba's like,
I will lose my mind.
I want you to respect my elders because I'm almost there. Honestly, so.
Still the greatest image Bombadcast has ever produced.
And they're watching.
I love that Scotty made this literally while you were telling us about that in that book. Like Scotty is just like, I'm just gonna throw this. I'm just gonna throw all this shit on here. Like he's out there where that guy ate one of those. Excuse me, a scurrier. that wart.
Oh, so
you guys know that's what
real
those are called.
Real quick, I was hoping to do some predictions, but I want to kind of end on one speculative thing. Are we going to get de-aged Are we going to get DH Tamar Morrison as Jango Fett talking with Daniel Logan? Do you think that might be one of the bigger moments in this season? And I hope to God that happens, because they don't keep showing the same clip 3 times and not.
It gets longer. Well, it gets longer every time.
It gets longer.
That's an interesting idea.
Probably.
That's
actually a very good point, Scotty.
You know what
Probably.
You know what the character appearance I want, and I want them to make this a huge deal. I want them to make this the biggest deal ever. I want a dramatic as hell Bosk reveal. I want like Bosk to come in and it to be like, I want him to be like Boba's former like best friend, basically. Like think of like the Ezra and Zeb relationship in Rebels, but like put it into the crime world. I want it to be as dramatic as possible. It's like
Dan's gonna freak out then.
It's like and Boba's gonna say some badass line like, "It's you, Bosk."
He's gonna say something that Dan from Bro Axiom is just gonna absolutely effing love, because he's so racist against Trandoshans. That dude hates Trandoshans. My God.
Is there anything else y'all want out this season so far? We're in the 3rd episode, 4 left, a month of shows left. I keep doing these things.
I need more Tuskens.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, more Tuskens. I hope the female
we might get one
dead.
Yeah.
I hope. I just need more Tuskens, and I just want to see if any other tribes will play into the present day storyline.
Oh, I think they might. I think we might like end up getting like the Tuskens kind of saving their asses maybe at the end or something. You know,
I just
like coming out and like, dude, this guy respects our
like
ways.
A cavalry sort of thing.
You're not gonna mess with him. Okay, you guys are you're the trespassers. This guy respects us. Okay,
that's really all I need.
That would be kind of awesome, honestly.
I agree.
Like if they're like that last like Gandalf showing up at the top of the hill, the Helm's Deep, like riding down into. Can you imagine like Connor's like Connor is not. He's not hungry anymore. I've sustained him just on this thought. Have the Queen Tusken show up at the top. She's the Gandalf, okay, and she rides down,
and she's straight, and like
and
it's
before
not
she
even.
goes down, she turns around, she goes for Boba, and they all ride down.
No, straight up. No, I can see it now. She like comes on the hill. She like goes to the hill. She's at the top of the hill, and she's like doing her usual Tusken growl, and just in the subtitles, like she arrives precisely when she means to.
Shut the fuck up.
I guess
a Tusken is neither late nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to. Lord of the Rings and Star Wars being combined, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's Ahsoka for you, though. That's going to be that. Michael, any bold? Oh, Eli or Michael, whoever. Bold predictions. Handsome young man.
Michael, Eli, whatever your name is. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have any real bold predictions. I'm just enjoying what we're getting and excited for whatever story they've got to tell. I don't like to put too much investment into my speculations, just because, like, I'd rather the story just do what it wants to do and not be disappointed just because what I wanted out of the story didn't happen.
Sure. I completely get that too, because sometimes you build yourself up too much. You're let down for that. But that's why the Kira thing is something I don't want to worry about.
Yeah,
because I think it'll happen to me. Michael, what was your butt? Let's see your butt.
I hope Pong Krell makes his glorious return, baby.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Yes.
And we got a copyright strike. Yeah, look at that.
And we've been recorded.
Jerry,
reported.
Anything you want from this show now that we're 3 episodes in? I feel like every time we do this conversation, it is always different, because always every time it ends, it's something different.
Every episode is so different than what I think it's going to be. But honestly, all I want, I think, is this.
Had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glow sticks. I got the gotcha bag. Got the Hawaiian punch. Man, everybody won't holler at Pop what you need. I got it. If I ain't got it, I can find it. You understand? I'm selling glow sticks. Glow sticks that go with the You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Glow sticks to go with the
Oh, well, look.
that's what I'm expecting.
No,
I'm gonna reiterate my boy Jackson's thing. Water's coming back to Tatooine. I'm just saying.
I love that. That's actually pretty.
Water's
badass.
coming back
That
to
is
Tatooine.
pretty cool.
It'll be pretty. Honestly, like just not the whole planet, but if we did like he creates like a sea in like the dunes, the dune sea becomes an actual sea again. That would be really odd. Like the planet starts to heal, like Mustafar or something.
And, yeah.
How badass would that be?
Yeah.
Be badass, buddy. So let's get our plugs in. Let's call it a night. Before we get our plugs in, I have to play one clip. Before we get our plugs in. Give me 1 second. This clip is for Eli in particular. Hold on.
Oh. Boy, we've had a bit of a cordiddle tonight, haven't we? Yeah. We really have.
Oh, how
Bit of a
Y2K was
sing-song.
that song though? That weird drum and the
the straight up 20th Century Fox logo at the end.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it's. I love Tamira Morrison.
He's great. He's great.
Go watch that entire episode. That entire episode is stacked. They got Rick
really
McCallum
good.
and George Lucas.
Yeah, and the more I watch of Tim, the more I just love him so much.
He's a gem.
So,
He's a gem.
Let's get Eli to plug his wonderful show and what he's got going on right now in the fandom.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. I always love talking Star Wars with people. I talk Star Wars with my good friend Jacob on Star Wars in a Galaxy, watching all the Star Wars we can get our hands on. We're posting our next episode tomorrow, where we're currently going through like everything Star Wars in chronological order. Right now, we're in the 6th season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where we're talking about the Order 66 arc with fives. And you can follow us at In a Galaxy Pod on Twitter. And you can follow my personal account at OchiFan327 on Twitter. I will say this. We did just make an announcement for our show. We are booking our first guest spot of 2022. We're getting the incredible Laura and Alice from Force Toast to Star Wars Happy Hour.
Oh,
nice. Good people.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
people.
so excited. We've been trying to get them on for so long, and we've had some scheduling conflicts, and we finally did it. So, yeah.
Well, Eli, it's great to have a fellow Ochi of Bastoon fan on and everything. Again, I know he's cool now and stuff, but like, hey, Bastoon bitches unite. Bastoon bitches ride at dawn. That's what
I liked him before he was cool. I liked him before he arrived in any comics. Like, I liked him when he appeared for 2 minutes in The Rise of Skywalker.
I want Ochi of Bastoon with his little Coraline button eyes. I love that little bastard. Listen, I want him in this with his helmet. That's all I'm saying. I just want him in there with the helmet. Anyway,
don't get us too excited.
That's my prediction.
Conor Cincinnati, what's going on with you, baby?
Nice. You can find me co-hosting with the Trivia Loser, Jared, at the Nerd Academy podcast.
That's me.
Also Michael McCoy in a different dimension. This is the multiverse after all.
He's a Jared variant.
So yeah, we
The
talk
Nerd
Star
Academy,
Wars there
No Way
at
Home.
the Nerd Academy podcast. It's pretty cool. Social media wise, you can find me on Twitter at DepaBanana, where I just talk Star Wars and whatever else may come to my mind. And then you
Connor's
can find
a badass
me.
Follow him. Sorry, go on.
Thank
go
you.
on.
You got to pass the vibe check first.
Yes.
And then you can find me very, very, very slowly writing articles and stories at sweditorIG.com. Our big thing is it's a whole fan fiction universe. There's stories that we already have out. I've been paired with some of the some of the most talented people on the face of the earth.
That's awesome.
And the big thing with this universe is that we're not we keep to the canon of Star Wars. We don't just
okay.
Even though we pretty much could, even though we like technically didn't have to, like if we wanted to, we could have just been like, oh well, let's rewrite the sequel trilogy, or oh, let's rewrite the original trilogy. But no, we're keeping to everything. We're keeping to everything in Star Wars canon, and it's really, really fun, frustrating at points, but it really allows us to really think outside the box. So.
Or think outside the bun, maybe, is what you're going to be doing here in a little bit. I'm sorry. William is killing it tonight. This is one of Scotty's students, and he is like literally, I want to pay him to be a Bombadcast writer if we ever get a writer's room. Like, this kid is incredible. You can find him in fast food places near him. Oh, my God. And what is the thing he said earlier? Hold on. I got to find this real quick here. I want Charles Entertainment Cheese as the mayor at the end of this season. Mayor,
one of a kind.
Mayor Charles Shaiz.
Shaiz.
He's an animatronic.
And he's also voiced by Robert Rodriguez.
You know what he's also wanting from that, Scotty. You know what he's trying to get us to do after that.
Oh, I know, and he's gonna get what he wants.
He wants
Michael.
He wants it.
Michael wants it.
You can follow me on
Michael
Twitter
can get it
at Local First Order. You can find me on YouTube, All Remaining Systems. I sometimes do podcasting, but more recently I've been doing some Star Wars role-playing games, which you might be seeing
so
more
much
of
fun
soon.
too.
I've had the Bombad boys on. They might be coming back for another one coming up soon called Senators in Secrecy, and I'm looking at maybe doing this a series long term, so look out for that very soon. And one more thing to plug. I need you all to harass Jackson's alt account. It's at Pong Krell Stan. This is a real Twitter account. And it's run by Jackson the Lefty. I swear it's not run by me. It's run by
this
Jackson.
drama. This drama is you guys.
That's true.
Look, okay.
You guys are insane. Okay, like come on. All of this.
I haven't done anything.
This is all dramatic.
I believe your innocence, Michael. Look, Conkrell was made to cause us irritation. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's why we're doing this.
I will not be defeated by some Twitter account bred in a laboratory.
Damn straight.
Damn, William. What is going on? What is So Jackson the Leppy must be behind the scenes here because he's the only one I know who does such great screen grab.
This
man.
So
That's my
Jerry,
new profile pic.
Jerry, what's going on with you on Hyperfocus? Tell us more about that real quick before we end this show.
Well, maybe I should plug my show. Multiple sources have confirmed that Daniel Miller will be my guest next Monday. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get ahead of the curve. And Mr. Michael McCoy is actually going to be the next Monday. So, hey, baby, there you go.
Tim Cook is loving this.
We're playing long term.
Man,
there's that.
Tim Cook is down for this episode.
Oh no! Sorry, Boop.
I like to joke that us podcasters are like Palpatine in one major way. We plan in the long term.
Yes, absolutely.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. And how do you feel about that? Okay. What'd you have to say, Scotty?
I'm just happy that we're all here together.
In the stream.
And I want everyone to take a moment and interpret this. I'm going to go around the table. Just say your instant thought. Okay. No hesitations here. Instant thought, Eli.
Art.
I want to see a fight between Black Chrysanthemum and Nochi Bestoon.
Okay, great. All right. What's your instant thought, Connor, on this?
I love that you love Rick McCallum so much.
Okay, Michael.
Rick McCallum confirmed for Smash.
There we go. And then Jerry.
I want to see the yellow bike guy run into this in the next episode.
I want Rick McCallum to make a cameo in the last episode of Book of Boba Fett.
William is on fire tonight. William is on
Yeah,
fire.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
If we get Rick McCallum in any modern Star Wars thing, like that'll be just so incredible.
Scotty would just die.
You would actually. I would.
Holy shit!
I'm not. I would probably pop. Like I would. You would sell all this fine collection to someone. We'll give it all to Dan. But like, I don't know what I would do with myself if Rick all of a sudden just showed up on screen and he's like, yeah, I like that. Fantastic. Yeah.
And here's the best thing. It's just Rick McCallum. He's just not a character.
It's like
just
Danny
Rick.
Trejo. It's just not a character. It's just Rick McCallum.
So look, we should end it. Eli got to say "Stay Bombad" last time. I don't know. Who wants to say it? Mike,
give it to Connor.
Connor, do you want to say it?
Connor hadn't said it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it. Yeah. Stay Bombad, everyone.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Shaki. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share. What is it?
Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A soundless disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
come on, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
change.
No message could have been any clearer.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Time for us to take a break, but we wouldn't dream of being gone for long. See you in a little